Last fall I bought this Shopsmith Thickness Planer. It's the Mark V mounted version. I've been fixing it up and getting it ready to go for a couple months now. Let me catch you up with what I've done so far, and then I'll take you through the rest of the tasks I need to do. Originally, the Shopsmith Thickness Planer was mounted to this aftermarket stand with an old Craftsman motor and a rigged up pivot system. The step one, take the unit off and get it cleaned up. Fortunately, the planer came with the weigh tube mounts. Unfortunately, it did not come with the mounting handle, so I just made this one out of common hardware store parts. These are the planer blade lift screws. You can see that the sockets are pretty well rounded out. I had a really hard time getting the blades out because of that. Unfortunately, these bolts are about $4.50 or maybe even $5 from Shopsmith. They're not very common. They're a quarter 28 bolt. Didn't find any at the hardware store. They're a flathead socket screw, and they're about a 1/2 inch long. The closest I could find in a commonly available size were these screws. They're about 20 cents a piece, so much more my price range, but the head's too big. So I had to come up with a way to make the head smaller. Okay, I need 2 more. I bought a couple accessories to go with the thickness planer. This is the Shopsmith blade sharpening system. You use it in conjunction with the conical sander. It took me a couple tries, but I finally figured out how to do it, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I also bought the blade setting tool. This helps you get the right height on the blade for all 3 blades. And I bought the dust collection system as well. One of the maintenance items I completed was to disassemble the top half of this motor when I had the whole thing apart. And I inspected the gears and grease in here. I'd heard or read online somewhere that this is sort of a weak point for these planers, and I wanted to make sure those gears were in good shape. This is the power cord for the feeder motor. It should be 3-pronged. I'll replace it. The new plug's installed. Moment of truth. I'm ready to install the final blade. Before I do, let me show you what I've got set up here. This is the standard power coupler. I've just attached a clamp to it because with the blade adjustment tool, you hook this part over the front bar here, and then you rock the head back and forth until the blade just contacts the tip of that piece of tape there. And so this helps stabilize the blade, and then the weight just drops it right back to where it needs to be. Okay, I'm going to get started. Okay, here we go. I have a benchtop planer, a 3-blade benchtop planer, and it does a great job. And I bought it because I was not able to find one of these at a reasonable price. But then about a year later, I did find this one, and I got to tell you, I've never seen a surface this good off the lunchbox type or benchtop type planer I have. I mean, it does a good job, but nothing like this. I'll have to get some more experience with it, but right now I'm really impressed. This is crazy good. First board through the planer, big success.